Hi guys, I'm Cassie from Faodail Creation, and every single Wednesday I post a new video right here on this channel, and it's all about sewing or how to use a sewing machine. In this video we're going to learn all about the Heirloom Stitch. It's a wonderful stitch and you can do so much with it with a little bit of creativity. For this particular project I recommend that you use either a cotton or a linen, because a broadcloth is just going to be too thin and a denim or a twill is going to be too thick. So you're going to need an heirloom needle. This is what it looks like. It has a wing on it and I'll show you a bit more closely. So this is what it looks like. It's more thicker than a regular needle, and as it goes in and out it's going to create holes in your fabric. You're going to need some fabric. Here I have 100% cotton, and also this cotton has been stabilized. Now you can stabilize it one of two ways. You can use a spray stabilizer. This is the spray stabilizer that I use, and I buy this from my sewing machine shop. It's very common. You should be able to find it. You can also use a water soluble stabilizer just like this, and in order to get rid of this stabilizer you just need to spritz it with some water on the back and it literally just disappears. And this is what this water soluble stabilizer looks like. And the reason why you need stabilizer is that your stitches may pucker if you don't use anything in order to stabilize it while it's going through your sewing machine. So first of all we have to put our needle in, and the reason that we know it goes in right is the flat side here goes to the reverse of the machine, so you have the curved bit facing you. You are not going to be able to use your automatic threader at this stage. You are going to have to self thread the needle. There are a few stitches that our Baby Lock Soprano recommends. It recommends number 40, it recommends 42, it recommends 45, 46, 48, 54, 56, and also 57 and 58. I'm not going to stitch them all out. I'm going to show you 3 examples, and I'm going to first show you on number 48. So in order to get stitch 48, we're going to have to select this button here and type 48. So we are going to hit this button right here, and we're going to get it to our decorative stitch 3 like so, and we are going to type 48, and then it gives us our pattern right here. Our machine is also telling us that it wants foot N. And also just make sure that your speed is not going too fast, because you want to go quite slow but steady. You just want to make sure that you can keep that straight line as you're doing this stitching. So we have our fabric in the centre, and we're going to try and follow this line all the way down the middle, and let's start. Now can you see how it's moving backwards and forwards? You don't want to be holding onto it, just guide it straight. Just don't tug the fabric at all. Now because this is creating like a pattern, like a honeycomb stitch, you're going to want to make sure that you are catching the end of the stitch. And in order to do that, there's a button that you press on your machine, so it makes sure that it finishes the end of this particular pattern. So in order to get the end of this decorative stitch, we're going to press this button. Now it's let the machine know that it's only going to finish the end of this one stitch and it's going to stop. And this is what this heirloom stitch is going to look like. Now let's get a little bit more creative by adding some embroidery thread, and let's see how this looks on the project. But remember, because it's a decorative piece of work, so you're going to use this on a handkerchief or a tablecloth, you are going to have to use the same thread in your bobbin as what you're using in the top thread, so both the same colour. And because this thread is on a cone, I've stood it up on its own thread stand just to allow for no twists in the thread. And also I have placed a net around my thread in order to stop any twists also. So I'm going to use exactly the same stitch, and the only thing that's different is the thread colour. And this is how it looks with embroidery thread. It may need a thinner thread, it may be a little bit too thick for this, but you can see how it just pops and it just adds a little bit of a feature to it. Now with a little bit of creativity you can do all sorts of effects with this. So I've marked my line there with my iron, and then I'm going to put my ribbon on top of this line. And I've also used stitch number 56, which is like a ladder. So here you can see decorative stitches number 3 and 56, and it looks like a ladder here. So this is a little bit more tricky in order to keep your straight line, but just try your best, and with some practice you'll get really good at it. And this is what it's going to look like with the ribbon inside. So guys, that was the heirloom stitch, and it creates such a fantastic effect on your napkins or your tablecloth. You can add it to so many different projects. Just go and try it out. And guys, don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't forget to see me next Wednesday. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.